What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the SOMA INCARNON Genesis. I'll be going over the INCARNON Genesis perks for each evolution, and I'll also be talking about my build that I personally like to rock with the SOMA. Before we get into that though, real quick, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel, and if you're new here and haven't already, subscribe for more. The SOMA is one of the most iconic rifles in the entire game, so iconic that even one of the most popular Terraria mods of all time includes this weapon. It's pretty damn cool. This weapon is really popular for its high rate of fire and its auto spool trigger type, and if you don't know what that means, the auto spool trigger type is basically an automatic fire that slowly builds up fire rate the longer the trigger is held, so you could really take advantage of that fire rate with the correct build. Of course, in order to even get the INCARNON, you have to acquire the INCARNON Genesis from Duviri, and whenever you have the Genesis and all the materials needed, you go up to Cavallero and he will unlock the transformation of the INCARNON weapon for you. The SOMA's INCARNON form changes it from a rifle to a full auto shotgun, which is already freaking cool. But it also increases its multi-shot, higher base damage, a higher crit multiplier, and a higher slash damage percentage. Let's go ahead and talk about the evolutions, of course, starting with evolution 1, the transformation. In order to actually activate the INCARNON transformation, you'll need to get headshots with this weapon so you can fill up the INCARNON transmutation gauge, and once it's full, all you have to do is hit the alternate fire button and you will switch to your INCARNON form. Next up, we got evolution 2, and we got 2 perks to choose from. Perk 1 is Fortress Salvo. That can give the INCARNON form of the SOMA a total base damage increase of plus 96, and whenever your armor is over 450, you have plus 4 punch through. The other perk is Fortifying Bloodshed, which increases damage by plus 10 per pellet, giving the INCARNON form a total base damage increase of plus 80. And on bleed kill with this weapon, you get plus 100 overshield. For this evolution, I went with Fortress Salvo because if we're already getting a damage increase, I'd rather get the most out of that increase, and on top of that, plus 4 punch through is really good and allows you to actually shoot through a lot of enemies compared to the regular version. And 450 armor is not difficult to hit at all, so I would definitely recommend perk 1 Fortress Salvo. Next up, we got evolution 3. We got Kinetic Battle, which reduces recoil by 50%, Practice Grip, which increases accuracy by plus 50%, and Rapid Reinforcement that increases reload speed by plus 50%. For this evolution, I went with Rapid Reinforcement because more reload speed never hurt anybody. And finally, the last evolution, evolution 4, gives us 3 perks to choose from as well. Perk 1 is called Fresh Havoc. On reload from empty, increase damage per pellet by plus 6, which stacks up to 2 times. The buff will last permanently throughout the mission, but it's lost when you die, and switching to the INCARNON form will also trigger the buff. We got Fatal Affliction, which gives plus 40% damage per status affecting the target, and then we got Zeroed In for an increased damage multiplier by plus 0.6. For this evolution, I went with Zeroed In, and the reason for that is because, number 1, perk 2 is absolutely garbage. Fresh Havoc is definitely a no-go. You could literally get that same buff on the second evolution with Fortress Salvo, so that's why we went with Zeroed In, because not only is crit damage the best option out of all of these, but also because crit damage is a really good stat to mod into. Let's go ahead and talk about the mods I'm rocking with this weapon. I got Infected Clip and Primed Cryo Round so that I can actually get viral at a higher percentage. I got Critical Delay so I can get a really high percentage of critical chance. I got Serration for extra damage, Vigilante Armaments for extra multi-shot, which of course is extra damage, Heavy Caliber for another base damage increase, and then I got Galvanized Scope for crit and Galvanized Chamber for multi-shot. The SOMA can do some really good damage, especially if you pair it with the right Warframe that has a damage buff. And yeah guys, that's pretty much going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think of the SOMA INCARNON down below, as well as the SOMA in general. If you really like the SOMA or you got a build that you personally enjoy, feel free to leave that in the comments below. Before this video ends, real quick, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. You guys have been going crazy with the support and I really appreciate it. So if you enjoyed videos like these, be sure to subscribe for more. And yeah guys, that's gonna be it for me. With that being said, thanks for watching.